So essentially, solution sessions are spaces where we share hopes and dreams, needs and wants, to reimagine our schools for our communities. We also have space to share stories of solution-based action projects from our community to authentically meet the needs to care for ourselves, our family, and our community and Earth. And lastly, to create dialogue, make space to explicitly and innovatively create solutions to have a caring and climate resilient world for all. And really what we're trying to go for is sharing, learning, collaborating, amplifying our youth voices, which really has, there's no better time to have this critical voice of youth to figure this out. But with us, we can't put this on the youth, that we are working generationally to take action.
For anybody that's never heard of Litterati and doesn't know what Litterati is, we are a tool and a platform to enable data-powered change in terms of litter and waste. There are changes that have been made all over the world by people coming together, crowdsourcing data about litter, and then drawing conclusions about what they find and coming up with solutions and policy changes. So it's an invitation for you all to join the challenge, to become part of the community program, and to be someone that takes your school, your community to a place where you launch a challenge, you have access to the data, and then you think about the change that you can create in your world. So I'm very excited to hear from some of you all later and to see what we can do together.
I could introduce myself first. So, my name is Fona. My pronouns are she/her. I worked with Eco Club in high school, and in Eco Club, we collaborated with Stop Waste.
Hi guys, it's Cheyenne. Yeah, so like Fona, I was part of Eco Club in high school. I became a climate fellow with Fona with San Leandro 2050. Yeah, so, and then we really got to reconnect with Stop Waste through Litterati and the event that we did. So while we were climate fellows, we wanted to kind of work with other community organizations. And Angelina mentioned this litter-free challenge Litterati was doing. And our local creek is something that, you know, it's like a really central part of our city. So we wanted to help out and clean that up. But we also found things like this. And this was something that really stuck out to us when we saw it come out. It was this backpack. And when we opened it up to see what was inside, we saw a lot of like action figures, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and we even found a photo album. And I guess this really struck something inside of us because we realized that what we considered to be litter was someone's belongings. There are a lot of homeless people that reside at the creek, and you know, like not all of it was like trash, I guess you could say.
Adding on to Cheyenne, it's really unfortunate that I guess people they don't have any other options but to reside in that creek area, and we see that being reflected in the trash or in the litter that we found. And we found a lot of like food containers, and we found a lot of water containers and a lot of other stuff. And I believe it's like moving forward, we need to, I mean, this is what Litterati is for. We have to analyze that litter and see how we can best serve our community. And like I like seeing like those toys and seeing like all these personal possessions meant a lot to me, because it's like real life people that live there because they don't have any other place to live, and we're all in this crazy pandemic together, and we know how devastating this is to so many families, and we know everybody knows how this pandemic has affected someone. And we just don't know who was living in the creek. We don't know who these people are, but we saw so many of their possessions, and I think that this is a spark to show the city of San Leandro and our community that we need to do something about helping the in-house population in the Root Park area and maybe in the greater San Leandro area.
Yeah, I think like the main takeaway I got from that event was just how important intersectionality is. Like it's not just about picking up litter or cleaning up an area. It's about addressing root problems.
The good news is that City of San Leandro was inspired by Hayward. Hayward is doing a navigation center, and City of San Leandro just passed, and this was told by Councilwoman Karina Lopez, who partnered with Friends of San Leandro Creek to do this. And she was saying that they just passed money for a navigation center so that folks in the creek could get the support, the mental health needs, housing needs, anything that they need. So that's the good news. So I'm going to stop here because I want to make sure that there's space for Q&A or reactions, an open space. And that's our point, is just to, let's come together and make space to talk about all these stories. Again, thank you, Cheyenne and Fona and Krista.